fun. Say the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Someday get there.
I know. Some days are better than others.
Got a little metronome up here. I thought it was delete too. Sorry, Andy.
You're up.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
Wait a minute. No,
no.
no. Well, you can sit there. I'm just going to report on the stuff that I. You do? Okay. Yeah, so I'm reporting on the items approved July 8th and July 11th, authorized by Resolution 16-005 under the direction and supervision of the County Commissioners. It was that authorization being approved January 11th pursuant to ORC 305.30. On July 8th, I accepted a retirement resignation of Beth Perko, Food Services Aide, effective September 1, 2016. That was for aging. For Water Resources, I executed a service contract with Auburn Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning to install a gas furnace, and a service contract agreement with MGM Inc. for roof repair, replacement, and waterproofing at the Merritt Road Garage. On July 11th, for the county home, I accepted the resignation of Chelsea Okuzny. Chunzi, sure, Chunzi. Part-time attendant, effective July 3rd, 2016. For maintenance, I executed a service contract agreement with the Verdun Company for the clock tower. And there was a liquor license that came before the office. We concurred, or I concurred on your behalf for the Parkland Township trustees not to request a hearing on that. That was a stock transfer, a Sunshine Group Inc., DBA Max Tech. That's what I got. Now, it's Ann.
Okay, in the financials this week, under supplementals, we have a supplemental appropriation for water resources, sewer improvements for the Russell Park project of $1.5 million, and a supplemental appropriation for the Department of Emergency Services for $7,500 for a new copier. Under the cash transfers, we have a cash transfer from the general fund to the airport construction for the local match and engineering fees for ODOT project 16-13 in the amount of $8,962. And a cash transfer from the general fund to the airport construction for the local match of the FAA grant project 3-39-0054-2016 in the amount of $8,687.55. No major encumbrances this week. Under the vouchers, we have a payment to Geauga Mechanical for $14,750 for the rooftop unit on Building 8, and a payment of $28,992.72 to Auburn Township for drainage improvements for the engineering.
Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute resolution 16-096, itemizing the financials for the meeting of July 12, 2016.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Hi, Joni.
Good morning.
Hello.
How are you? Good morning. This is just another repayment of the infrastructure program. So we're asking for you to sign off on the cancel, so we cancel the
The Office of Community and Economic Development is requesting the Board approve, execute, and satisfaction of mortgage for John G. and Bethany A. Ellis under the Remote Promote Infrastructure Program for the installation of a septic system at 16667 Old State Road, Middlefield, as the mortgage in the amount of $1,000 has been satisfied.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Thank you.
Thanks, Julie.
Have a good day.
You too.
Next one, I don't see Karen here. I think these are just, as I indicated, I accepted one resignation for the county home. I think there was a second opening, so again, these are not to add the head count. These are just replacing people that are stepping down.
County Home is requesting the board grant permission to advertise for 2 part-time attendants, number 1504-1 on second or third shift. These positions will remain posted until filled.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Frank, how's your guy that was on the tractor?
He's doing well.
Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's could be up a little bit, but he's doing well.
The lady, or the person that hit him, I don't know if it was a lady. you know,
I have no clue. No, I spent the day with him. Just doing others. He handled it exactly as he should. It's a dangerous thing those guys do. We certainly all appreciate it, but he handled it as well as he could have.
Yeah, I saw a guy out on the tractor this morning on Caves, and, you know, it's a somewhat narrow highway, and people were jammed up around trying to get around. I was just thinking about that poor guy. I can't the other day.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Okay, good.
I asked about the guy the next day, but I really asked about the tractor. I said, how's the
What do you know with that tractor?
How's the tractor? Is that gonna be on Gov Deals or what's the deal?
It did not do well, but it saved him. Yeah, it's pretty well done, but it saved
It did
him.
what it was supposed to do, though.
It did, yeah. The rear mower is totaled and the machine's in really bad shape, but, you know, it went out okay, so worked like it's supposed to.
He's gonna recover okay, though.
That's what it appears to be.
Oh, good. Yeah, it looked pretty bad when you saw the car.
It was pretty bad. It's the worst one I've ever seen, a roadside mower like that. Scary.
Okay, moving on.
Well, sir, we appreciate you guys helping us with this process here on the salt conveyor, sort of as we just call it, phase 2 of the initial salt building that all of you were instrumental in the last 2 years here, that has been built and it's been working really well, which, you know, we're working on filling up everything, and phase 2 would be adding the conveyor here so that we can max out the building. As you're aware, you've authorized a resolution to go out for bid, which we did, and I'm asking that you award the bid for Ohio Cat, which is $128,000 and
$550,
$550, yeah.
if my number's right.
That's correct. And then based on that award, we look to a contract about a week or so.
So how quickly can they get that in there?
Well, actually build the machine and everything like that, I don't know, we'll know more in the contract period, but I think these things tend to take something like 10 to 16 weeks.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No.
Much shorter than I thought.
I wouldn't think, yeah, I would think that somewhere between 10 to 16 weeks.
How big's the pile in the barn now?
Right now, we have about 3,500 tons on hand.
Wow.
Straight salt material. And we have an ODOT bid at 8,000 tons, which we got an excellent price on, so we're very happy about that.
Good.
So again, we're gonna be able to share with townships, it just benefits everyone. It's gonna be, you know, hopefully we have a nice light winter again, but if not, we're prepared, so.
All right, no other questions?
The county engineer's office is requesting the board award the bid to Ohio Cat for 1 current model salt conveyor capable of stacking snow and ice control material at least 35 feet high in the amount of $128,550 as they represented the lowest and best bid. The bid bond shall be held until the conveyor is received and all specifications have been met.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Aye.
Gentlemen, thank you for this process so
Yep.
far. See you again another week or so. Christine, thank you for everything and bringing this together.
Does this, how many more major things are going in that building, or is this pretty much the tail end?
I think that this would be the completion of phase 2 for that. Once we're able to actually stack up everything we need to, then that becomes the process.
Right, not counting the salt, which is.
The material, that'll-
Yeah, that's
whatever.
consumable, that's, comes and goes.
Yeah.
But,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you. Morning, Nick.
Morning.
Good morning.
How are we?
Good.
First item on here is to request that the board reject all the bids for the Nelson Road resurfacing, since all the bids came in excess of 10% of the engineer's estimate. So, late season, small job, you know. Still thinking we can figure why they all came in so high. We actually had a couple more that bid out that were also high that we had to reject in very much.
So when they're that busy, they add a little more profit into it, figure if they get the
Right.
job fine.
Everybody that I've talked to this summer, the contractors are booked, you know, and they're just stretched things.
This is gonna affect some of the stuff we,
Already bid out?
like, last weekend, we talked, last meeting, last week, about Aquila Road
Correct.
and so on, that
Correct.
were going out.
Those are actually in their schedule. And
Oh.
that's when we bid out our jobs, we give them a projected contract period. So they've already have that in their schedule to get that completed. So this would have been something that, a lot of mixtures as to why, but small quantity, late job, we'll probably look at redoing it out in the spring, early, sending it out February next year. Get a better price for it.
Okay, thank you.
The county engineer's office is requesting the board reject all bids for the asphalt resurfacing of Nelson Road, CH2, Section C in Parkman Township, as all bids received were in excess of 10% of the engineer's estimate.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Item 7 on here is to request the board approve and execute the final change order for the Butternut and Hale project, the surfacing project. The project came in under approximately $8,500.
The county engineer's office is requesting the board approve and execute change order number 1, final decreasing the contract with Roniak Paving Incorporated for the asphalt resurfacing of Hill Road, CH15, Section A, and Butternut Road, CH21, Sections I through J, in Burton Township in the amount of $8,455.85.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, have a good day. Hey, Craig, Nancy?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Who's this for me?
Yes,
He's been there.
he's showing his gentlemanly side.
Yeah, always gentlemen. Yeah, right?
We saved you the soft chairs.
Yeah. How are those new chairs? They look, you guys look a little uncomfortable out
Hard as a
there.
rock.
Nobody's gonna fall asleep in this chair.
We're gonna have
They do have a
to,
good lumbar support though.
Very good. I really like this chair. Yeah. Well, good morning,
we are
gentlemen.
very frugal.
Christine, good to see you back.
Thank you.
Yes. So we're here this morning to ask you to continue the support to Family First Council. Biannually, we come up to you guys and talk to you about sort of what Family First has been doing and how valuable it is to the community. And not too long ago, you increased your support for Family First Council, which we very much appreciated, and we're just asking you to continue that support and recognize how valuable this group is to the community.
And your support is very valuable. It's really greatly appreciated.
And Blake knows, he comes to pretty much every single meeting and sees what we do, and it's
And understand about a fraction of it. I think I said something, most, if not everybody else in that room has background in social services and so on and so forth. And some guy like me comes in there and sits there and I just, wow. And it's very worthwhile, very productive, very neat, much needed, unfortunately, that it's much
That's the
needed.
thing.
That's the part that, some of the things, it's hard for someone like most of us would be to even
just
fathom or conceive some of these situations.
well, a lot of these families are struggling with some of the things that are going on in the community, and what this council does to support these families enables sort of a lifeline to support kids that are going through struggles in the community without having to take the parental rights away from parents. I mean, a lot of the expenses that go along with taking care of these kids and dealing with some of the struggles that they're embracing, it's very, very, very costly. And to be able to find a way to support those without actually having to take the rights away from their parents and getting involved in the system per se, is a huge, huge asset. And, that's one of the huge things that Family First does. And they really, Nancy is a stateswoman, I would say, instead of a statesman, for how these councils should be run in the state of Ohio. And she's laid an amazing foundation, and I would just ask that you guys continue to support that. She knows what she's doing, and
most of the time.
And she's a great mentor to me, so.
Well, and I wanted to say the pool, it's really wonderful how in this community you put money into the pool, as do several of the other funders, and it stretches the dollars a lot farther when that happens. And really supports the families and makes possible what we can do. And that's very unique. I think you all are very special in doing that.
It's quite a demonstration, if you will, or of cooperation and among the people and problem solving, and we've got this challenge or that challenge, and I've seen someone from one agency step forward a little more than the other, and somebody has a little extra money here that can carry it through till, and it's very impressive that group is so cooperative. And as I say, I still come out of there going, okay, I understand what I don't understand what you're doing on it. I understand why you're doing it. You know, that's it.
Well,
So,
you all stepped forward about 6 months ago.
Right,
It was
you
really,
really did.
it was really, really helpful at a time when we really needed it, so.
If you look in the Webster's dictionary for the word collaboration, you see a picture of Nancy.
I've never done that, but I'll check that out.
It's a word that I didn't use much before I came to my position, but to see how it comes together in Geauga County, it's pretty amazing.
Well, everybody here makes it possible, that's for sure. So we very much appreciate your support.
Thank you.
The Department of Job and Family Services is requesting the board to execute the Geauga County Family First Mutual Council Mutual Funding Agreement between the Geauga County Board of Commissioners, Geauga County Job and Family Services, Geauga County Board of Developmental Disabilities, and the Geauga County Board of Mental Health and Recovery Services for funding of the Geauga County Family First Council for the period July 1st, 2015 through December 31st, 2016. This agreement commits the Board of County Commissioners to provide a support payment of $42,484 from the general fund.
I'll make that motion.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier? Commissioner Claypool?
Thank you, gentlemen. Really appreciate that continued support.
Thank you for the good work.
Hey, Chris, are you familiar with this?
We had a brief discussion.
Yes. Yes.
How you doing, big guy?
Morning, Judge.
Look at your chair, Glenn.
I'm impressed. You must have better air conditioning.
This is your action, that's the thing.
Yeah. Remember, you're on TV.
Glenn, I'm good.
That's perfect for me, thank you.
I'm good.
I'm impressed, everybody's.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Here, wait, let me just get this for Glenn. Let me just get
That's what they did. There you go. It was just wet, like everything. Good morning.
Whatever he says, we'll do.
And then just, yeah, and then have Ralph sign it, write his name underneath it. He signed the wrong letter.
Second.
We were taking care of it before, sorry.
That's all right.
He just gave you a paper.
I screwed up the signature.
Yeah,
you're part.
She had to clean it up when I screwed it up, so.
Oh, yeah, Judge Fury's coming in the door now.
This is a pretty straightforward thing. I don't know.
Is he?
Thank you. I appreciate you guys coming over for this momentous occasion.
Anything to support Glenn.
I know.
Guess we had an incident.
Are we gonna wait for Judge Fury?
Oh, really? Yeah, he's coming to the door. He is.
Did they get somebody?
They have a number of people.
Oh, wow. A lot of damage?
Oh.
Oh,
Sadly, you'll be hearing.
that's just so frustrating. So many
The
damage.
break-in, the third.
You're kidding.
Again?
What'd they break into?
It's like, what's the point?
Yes. There's one that just told me about that. Before they
Right.
left, about
So
damage.
it's just vandalism, basically. I mean, is there anything in those buildings worth taking that you can carry out?
Just to cause damage. Morning, Judge, how are you?
Okay, who's on?
Go ahead.
This is the plans and the specs that we got from the architect that's in front of you for the basement rehab project. And we're doing 2 rooms and the hallway down there to get it done, and get that going. So this is the first phase of it. It's estimated about approximately $120,000. So we'll see what the bids come in and how everything comes in, and we go from there. This is the first step of approving this, and then we go from there.
Yes, you are.
Okay. I had 2 questions, 2 questions / concerns, and Dave and I talked about this and so on and so forth. I believe, and maybe my recollection is incorrect, that we had talked about paying for a more sophisticated estimate. In other words, a concrete estimate versus just an architect's estimate, which means that they would have gone out to the electricians and the carpenters and so on and so forth and gotten their estimate, so that this $122,000 whatever estimate, $122,400 estimate in there would be a solid estimate because it's plus or minus 10%. And so my only concern in that is if we don't have a solid estimate, then we could be either going, like we did with the engineer this morning, having to redo it because we don't have a good estimate. We have an architect's estimate, and I don't know how close that estimate is. And so that's a concern that I have. Is number one, if we paid for it, we got to be getting our money back, because that did not occur. I talked to Richard yesterday, and they did not do the better estimate, which I thought we had paid for. We just want to confirm if we did or did not do that. I don't want to pay for something we can get. In addition to that, as we move forward, and I got my head around this a little bit this morning, you and I talked yesterday, this is a piece of the overall completed project, because the completed project has to involve whatever we're going to do with the law library remaining parts and the books that are there and the shelves that are there. And I think you said that the shelving and stuff was included in this estimate, so that'll be taken care of. We just want to make sure we have a comprehensive cost so that it's all inclusive and it's done. And I'm very happy that we're here, that we're hopefully, or I would have liked to have gotten here a lot sooner. But it'd be nice to have a comprehensive number, because the ultimate project cost is something greater than this. This is for the courts side. We do have another resident in that building. I want to make sure we comprehend whatever that cost is going to be. So,
Well, we're looking at the square, I looked at the square footage with what the cost is, and it's approximately about $114 a square foot for to redo this. So in a typical world, you're looking at anywhere from about 80 to 180 bucks a square foot, depending on what we're doing. So we're not really redoing all of the HVAC. We are adding to it. Electrical, all right, we're adding more electrical. We would have to probably put in another sub panel that I saw on the prints. So there's all that in there. So I'm fairly confident with, do I think it's a little high? I do, but I think we're gonna be all right.
do you think this is high, or do you think this is low?
I think it's a little high. It's
Well,
hard
high
to
would be
predict.
better than low.
Right.
Because low, we would have to then go back and kind of redo it, and I'd hate to restart the clock again, because that would just drag this out, and we've already drug it out far enough, I think.
So that's a gamble that we play with a lot of this stuff.
Well, and I think that's the reason we had said, let's get a really good estimate, so that we know we're in the ballpark, so we're not chasing our tails on this side thing. But if you're comfortable with it, I'll go with it, because you're comfortable with it, so, and I trust your judgment, so. I don't know if
In
this-
a earlier lifetime, I was a construction estimator, and the specifications, the plans and specifications for projects vary, usually by the scope of the project. I mean, if you're gonna do a hospital from the topsoil up, you're gonna have volumes of paperwork. A job this size, it's probably not that big, but the architect's not gonna be able to quote the price, because he has to go to the subcontractors, and subcontractors are gonna get that document, they're gonna look at it and go, we think that we can do this for this much money, and that's how they assemble their bid package. Then they call it back in to, I guess, us, right, Christie, and submit the bids here.
Yes.
And then you know, if there's a deviation from something that was specified, they're supposed to note that, you know, say, well, we can do this with this kind of door, but an alternate price would be for this. And then you have to factor in whether or not that's acceptable, or whether you gotta go out and tell everybody that they could use a cheaper material, but that's how it's done, or it was.
I think the realities are, how busy are they?
Well, yeah,
If
that
they're-
figures in.
If they're
too,
real
right.
busy, they'll say, we'll bid high, and if you give it to us, great.
Well, we
They're
just.
pretty busy right now.
We
I
just
saw that with Nick.
With Nick, we just heard that about a road project, you know, that they're busy. And if they're gonna do that job, they're gonna make money. They're not gonna go out and work for wages if they're already working, God knows how many hours a day. So it's just part of the way the process has to work.
I'm good with the plans, outside of the fact that we haven't completed, we have one piece of the plans, we gotta flush out the rest of it, but, if we wanna get this is gonna be a piece in a brick in the wall, so to speak, as long as you're comfortable that we're not gonna be, that this estimate is gonna be a close enough estimate. It's not a detailed estimate, which is what we paid for, and I wanna confirm that we didn't pay for something.
We'll look at the contract and see if there's anything missing.
But, outside of that, I guess I have no other questions or comments on it, so, you guys good?
It's an estimate.
Ralph.
Should've brought cakes and balloons to this long.
We're stopping for cake on the way.
I have balloons.
We're not, he travels with them, it's,
We're not going.
The maintenance department is requesting the board approve and execute the plans and specifications for the courthouse basement rehab project and set a bid opening for Wednesday, August 10th, 2016 at 2:00 p.m. Notice of this bid opening will be advertised on July 21st, 2016, July 28th, 2016, and on the county website.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler? Commissioner Claypool?
Aye. We're signing this thing?
Yep.
thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You get to stay. Thanks.
Your phone is about to fall out. I know, I had somebody hand me mine the other day and didn't even know it fell out.
Did you, Lynn?
Go to today's.
Nice job.
7:12.
More than one page here.
No, I think it's just-
Why, I could send it to Ken, I suppose.
Thanks.
Just the top.
The next one is one of our summer helps. He's heavily involved with school and running. So he's cross country and the work is starting to interfere with all that stuff. So he's like, I would rather do my cross country and school and all the other events, church events and stuff that he's up on. So he's a very bright kid. Wants to go very high, so.
Question. Maintenance department is requesting the board accept the resignation of Adam T. Sobchak, summer help to be effective June 24th, 2016, due to personal injury.
I'll make that motion.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Aye.
Next one is advertised for the full-time senior trades mechanic, Joe out. This will fill his position while he's out. So, get the help that we need.
The maintenance department is requesting the board grant permission to advertise for the position of full-time senior trades mechanic number 1903. This position will remain posted until filled.
Make the motion.
Second.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler? Commissioner Claypool?
The next one is a job description that we did in the office for a person where it's not just an operator, but they're doing many other things. This person will be doing our facility dude, will be doing the auction, they'll be doing a backup if the operator needs it up there. It's also going to be a backup to our budget fiscal person. So she's gonna be the backup for everything. And the facility dude, we're pumping out probably about 150 to 200 work orders a week. So, and just to keep track and putting and all that, and the facility dude's really coming along and really coming great, so. Auction kinda got backlogged in our shop a little bit, so with her going up there and filling in as the operator, got her down here, she's getting the auction all caught up and getting that going again, trying to clean out the warehouse and everything and all that stuff.
As far as the
We're in the market for a
database.
table? Oh,
Yeah, I do want to talk to you about coming over with one of our new employees and looking through the furniture department.
Okay.
At 470 Center Street, we need a table. The inventory, not the inventory, the database for facilities dude on our equipment around here, which was sold to me under the idea that as we go there, we're gonna know what motor it takes, what belt it takes, what filter it takes. We don't have that, but with this system, is that coming along
Yes,
pretty well?
That's coming along, so they're slowly getting it all up. I know a lot of it has, when they go to an HVAC unit up
Right.
on top and you've gotta replace the filters, it says what type of filter and what type of belt, and that way they have all that stuff.
Yeah, the concept was they go out to the job with the parts they
Correct.
could, not will, but could need,
Correct.
so they don't have to waste time going back and getting that.
Matter of fact, I was able to, last week, we looked at a unit where we could pull it up and go, okay, we've been working on this one for this many hours this last year. This is starting to go.
Yeah, cost
new
effectiveness
or
is.
what, yeah, so.
Okay, that's good, because that's what, when I was first asked about it, it made sense, because otherwise you're just guessing. If it's coming along, I'm happy. Thank you.
The next three are kind of related, or the other two are
Yes, sir.
related, so we can read those all three together, right?
Yes, sir.
The maintenance department is requesting the board approve the creation, title, and job description for the position of full-time office coordinator number 1914 to be effective July 12, 2016. The maintenance department is requesting the board approve the revised organizational chart to include the new position of full-time office coordinator number 1914 to be effective July 12, 2016. The maintenance department is requesting the board grant permission to advertise internally for the position of full-time office coordinator number 1914 for a period of 5 days.
I'll make those motions.
Second.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Y'all have a good day.
Thank you. Are you gonna be around this afternoon?
Just these allergies are killing me today.
Are you gonna be around for, I mean, I got something after this, but
Yep.
Did those little Kildare bond with you over there as you were going in the other door?
They-
Those little Kildare, did they bond with you as you?
No, they moved right
Not
along.
chasing you
Yeah,
around?
the children,
There were 4
mom
children,
took
right?
The children and left, so I was glad.
that's one of
I
the
think
wonders of the world,
Yeah.
how they made it, and the dinosaurs didn't. I mean, they built their nest in my driveway.
Yeah.
I have to put an orange cone out so I don't run over their nest. What the heck is
Those
going on?
kids and everybody was coming in messing with that bird. I don't know how that mother made it for 4 weeks with everybody messing with her, so.
I think she's
People were
moving
trying to
on
bring
pretty
water
well.
out.
Yeah, I saw a bowl out there.
I was just like, oh, this is ridiculous. All right, y'all take care.
Is that the one out here at the end of the driveway?
No, we had it right up by our front door.
You had caution tape around it and everything, yeah.
Yeah, there's a big pile of rocks over the way, like a new building that they put in, like the drainage
We got people
basin.
going hungry in the world and they're eating birds.
Well, they're fattening them up. I don't know how many killdeer it takes to make a dinner, but.
All right, Jay.
These two items are just some amendments to the motion from last week. The first one is amending the position for Brian Loza with the supervisor. The motion, the pay rate on that motion was actually the 2015 rate, not the 2016 rate. So we make that amendment to increase that rate, that pay rate, to 2016 rate. And then for Laura's position, the assistant sanitary engineer position is an exempted position, so it should have read grade 18E step 8 instead of just grade 18, step 8. So this is just amending those two motions to make them match what they should be.
Together.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Department of Water Resources is requesting the board amend the motion from July 7, 2016, correcting the rate of pay to read approve the promotion of Brian Lozer to the position of Supervisor Water Systems number 2327, grade WR8, step 1, to be effective July 3, 2016, at the rate of $26.93 per hour with a 180-day probationary period. The Department of Water Resources is requesting the board amend the motion from July 7, 2016, correcting the grade to read approve the promotion of Laura Weber to the position of Assistant Sanitary Engineer number 2303, grade 18E, step 8, to be effective July 3, 2016, at the rate of $34.23 per hour with a 180-day probationary period.
I'll make those motions.
Second.
Commissioner Reer?
Aye.
Commissioner
Aye.
Spudler? Commissioner Claypool?
Aye.
Thank you, Jerry.
That's fine.
Hmm?
Clean up the agenda a little bit more. From the Commissioner's Office is requesting the board approve and execute resolution number 16-097, amending resolution number 16-005 from January 11, 2016, to include the allowance of permission to advertise to fill employment positions under the board's hiring authority following the acceptance of a resignation.
I'll make that motion.
Commissioner Reer?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Aye.
They're already here.
They're here already.
They've been-
Yeah, they're using the conference room.
They're using the conference room.
So that I think they'll be ready for us whenever.
Can we do it ahead of 10 o'clock, or do we have to wait?
No,
It's just whenever.
Okay. Anything else here?
Yeah, I am. The Commissioner's Office is requesting the board amend the motion from January 11, 2016, adjusting the meeting schedule by removing number 4, the fourth Thursday of each month at 6:30 p.m., and adjusting number 3 to include allowing for the scheduling of any additional regular meetings as needed to meet the required number of meetings for the year.
I'll move.
Second.
Commissioner Reer?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler? Commissioner Claypool? And with that, I have one addition. And that's just to Commissioner's Office is requesting the board cancel the following meetings on Thursday, July 28, 2016, August 25th, 2016, September 22nd, 2016, and October 27th, 2016. And those will be 4 evening meetings remaining for the year at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday.
I'll move.
Second.
Commissioner Reer?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Aye.
That is all I have.
If there's nothing else, I move to adjourn and,
Second, all in favor?
aye,
No.
whatever. Oh, did you not?